My system still ain't gotten the memo we're clear of the relay. I'm itching to keep running. We're damn lucky we got out in time, Commander. Real glad you found a way to mitigate the destruction. Without the relay looming over all, maybe the island can finally recover. Lon knows it's seen enough as it is. Sounds like your old pal DeVries was in deep with the Order. Now, I don't know a whole lot about them, but I don't reckon fanatical is part of their employee code of conduct. And as you've seen, that kind of loyalty can pose a real problem to everyone else. But we'll track her down before it comes to a head. Don't you worry. Fine by me. Oh, I see. You're here to gossip. All right, let's hear it. Who do you want to talk about? Seems friendly enough, if a mite guarded and a little thick-headed in his view of Auntie's choice. Regardless, I can assure you I'll treat him with the same respect I show you. Though I reckon he's seen his fair share of struggles over the years, no matter how he tries to hide it. Think he ought to ask for help when he needs it.
It was great. This one was for Niles, right? It was great meeting you, Niles. You're right. An agent's life is a busy one, and there's little time for meeting with citizens to say farewell in person. But we are happy to be of service. As for your question, there's absolutely no reason you couldn't become an agent if you put your mind to it. It only requires hard work and a dedication to the greater good. I have no doubt that you have what it takes to be one of the best and the brightest, Niles. Good luck to you. And look me up if, or should I say when, you become an agent.
Ah, Commander. Caught me cogitating. I was just thinking about making some tweaks to Val. Hoping it'll help. Oh, just the usual. Flickering occipiters, gimbal misalignment, effector failures, voice box trembles, recurring errors in logic assembly. Val's old in automatic years, so she requires a lot of routine maintenance to prevent her hardware systems from deteriorating further. Replace Val? I'd sooner give up another limb. Val's... Look, I haven't gotten my wires crossed. I know she's all coils and no feeling. But haven't you ever grown attached to something that can't love you back? Anyway, I find working on Val relaxing, actually. Meditative. It's nice being able to identify a problem and just fix it. Val saved my life after Horizon Point, and she's been saving my life every day since. Partly, I'm just glad to return the favor, even if I am just putting off the inevitable. Anyway, I've taken up enough of your time yammering, but thanks for stopping by. Got Inez moved into Helen's old quarters. I figure, if anyone's unlikely to be vexed by finding fossilized purpleberry crunch in their mattress, it's an Auntie's Choice trooper. You think Helen would approve of us taking on a product pusher? Heard and acknowledged, Commander. Found it, huh? No. You know what? This one's on me. Shouldn't have left a line about... Something like that. Truth is, I was getting ready to toss that old thing. Guess I just wanted to listen to it one last time. See if I missed anything other than her waxing about the greater good. I don't know. Some hint of who she really was? Some sign that she could turn into someone who'd betray her own team? Sounds stupid said out loud. You know, I can't really remember what the others sounded like. Helen, Eric, Wade. I've tried recalling their voices, but there's just... nothing. Static. All these years. And the only recording I've managed to preserve is from the one person I'd rather forget. Kind of you to say, Commander. I hope it continues to be true. No, burn it, launch it out the airlock, do whatever you want with it. It means nothing to me now anyway. Always up for a little backfence talk, though I'm guessing you don't mean Val. Can't say I know her well enough to have much in the way of an opinion. She seems capable, and shockingly, she hasn't tried to sell me anything yet. It's been a treat watching her break free from her corporate overlords. Auntie's Choice has never had her back, or her best interests at heart. Sure thing. I trust you've got particulars in mind?
Commander, the nav key coordinates supplied by the presiding bishop of the Order have been verified. Landing in Golden Ridge is now possible. Additionally, we are also able to land in Free Market Station due to the astrogator's progress with the updates necessitated by its rebuild. Golden Ridge is located on Dorado. It is home to the Alexandra Monastery and Matriarch's Mercy, as well as previously being a center for mining uranium. The Protectorate abandoned it soon after the invasion, leaving Auntie's Choice and the Order of the Ascendant to fight for control of the area and its resources. Free Market Station is an independent marketplace, the only one in the system. It is called such as it was built out of a crashed Auntie's Choice freighter by that name. Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery above pursuing Agent DeVries. This involved disassembling and rebuilding the astrogator to allow the incognito to travel to your location. As the rebuilding process progresses, old nav keys may be unlocked. Unfortunately, most of them are likely not recoverable.
So close to the action.
We got bases down there. If one of them got hit, then that strike will be the first of many.
1061st. Reminder to keep all personal items with you at all times. Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity to your nearest station warden.
Wow. This station's sure gone to scrap since last I stepped about. Don't think we'll be hitching a ride anywhere quick.
Attention passenger, you are running 21,027.5 hours late for your tram. Please be mindful of your departure in the future. Your patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives. The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive 15 minutes early to avoid missing their tram. patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives.
Looks like folks holed up here after the fighting started. Guess not everybody was eager to take sides.
Day 206. Morale? Low. Condition? Feeble. Voucher mech. Watching. Always watching. Many have left for Matriarch's mercy, seeking refuge with the Order. The fools. Can't they see the Order is no different from the Protectorate? The Order won't...
Incessant muttering to oneself may disturb fellow passengers. Further conduct violations may warrant notification of the Sentinels.
Try it, you doddering rattletrap! Such threats compel me no longer. I now answer to no one. I've seen through the lies of both sides. In time, everyone will.
Unwarranted optimism may be a sign of a more serious imbalance. Please see a curativist before boarding.
We got an appointment to keep at Matriarch's mercy. Let's just hope we don't get shelled too.
What you think about, you bring about. The Order advocates for no less than 6 hours of uninterrupted rumination on the universal equation per day.
Please, somebody help us! Anybody, please! Finally, some help. We desperately need aid. Desperately. My family and I, we was making our way to the mercy camp for us refugees. We were set upon. My wife, my son were injured. Can't move them by myself. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. But being alone is even more riskier. The Varachnids, I chased them off, but they'll be back. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you got weapon and medicines and can get us to the camp. Please. I don't... Vary, by my guess. She was bit on the thigh, high, like, can see bone. Or maybe white means infected? She's screaming all the time when she's awake. Then she goes to sleep. She in agony. And my son ain't waked since the attack. Hurry, please. We must hurry or they'll be eaten. Or worse. Of course there is. It's my family. They're hurt, dying. Thank you. Thank you. This way. This way.
exactly your lightest of humors right now.
Aggressive.
Shush! Who there?
Hostile spot!
Waste of my valuable time.
Anybody got the time? The Adrena time. Time! Time!
Looks like a... I'm dead without my Drenatide.
Another refugee? All right, step forward. Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations. Oh, no, we can't allow that. You'd best go and see our doctor at once. Just keep your distance from others. Our calculations do not afford many sick refugees. Welcome to Matriarch's Mercy. Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger. I thought the name was self-explanatory. Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Danger from what? Or when? Unclear. Stay away from it, and, in all probability, you won't have to find out. Our predictions spring from the universal equation, the very numbers that guide the stars. Only a fool ignores probability, and we don't suffer fools around these parts. Safety and probability are incompatible. Eventually, nowhere will be safe, including here. Not at present, but according to our predictions, the creation of a third rule is likely, if not inevitable. That's enough questions. Keep the line moving. You need anything, talk to Seer Wiley. He's in the lift building, straight through the settlement.
I remember this place before the war. Functioning tramiculars. The peaceful silence of the canyons.
I can't recall the last time this region was silent.
How long are we meant to stay here?
Ask the Order. I'm not in the prediction business.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
I predict, with an 8.23 margin of error, that our situation will improve in time.
Stop it with the predictions. You don't even know multivariable calculus.
Just trying to cheer you up.
We're not going anywhere! Not on the basis of some half-baked prediction. This so-called exclusion zone is where we stake our claim. Stand with me in defense of freedom!
Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying to eat me. I'd have pegged you as some sort of prosperous scrapper by the rough look you got about you. You do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. I give up. Tell me. Oh, you can give me more than that. And I'd be in the audience nodding, pretending that I knew what you were talking about. Like now. May Huffstutler, formerly Auntie's Choice, Department of Invasive Marketing. Now, the voice of the displaced. That's what those in the Order call me, leastways. An unofficial sobriquet, likely meant as a petulant slight. On account I object. Louder. More often than the rest. Those of us ended up here have very little except needs. I turn those into demands for reasons of clarity and import. What little I understand, I actually sort of admire. I mean, from where I'm sitting, they hold the most potential. If only they worked harder to realize it. Because really, at the end of the day, ill intent and neglect feel pretty much the same. Happy as I am to make your acquaintance, I'm busy staking our claim over the exclusion zone, so if you'll excuse me. Vexing. We're at the mercy of the Order, and the Order is at the mercy of their predictions. Not to insult our gracious hosts, but these people don't wipe themselves unless an equation tells them to. The exclusion zone. The Order has decided to keep us out thanks to some nebulous prediction of disaster. Screw their predictions. We have people, displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. There's plenty of room to house them. And this camp keeps us safe from the war. And now the Order wants to keep us safe from the camp? Where are we supposed to go? I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever calculation tells them that a catastrophe may or may not occur. I couldn't get anywhere with Administrator Daggerwall, but you, maybe you'll have better luck. I got a pretty fancy gun I was issued back when I was a rising star at Antes. Side with us, and it's yours. Even throw in a healthy amount of bits for your troubles. Even the Order, for all of their logical ways, value an outside perspective. And because I've run out of options. Thanks, stranger. Maybe fate's on our side for a change. You can find Agarwal in the lift building, probably formulating another equation to get on my nerves.
No reason to reason with you. What happened to this place? Law. Matriarch's Mercy is no safer than the trenches.
Look on the bright side. I predict that the worst is behind us.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
I predict, with an 8.23 margin of error, that our situation will improve in time.
Stop it with the predictions. You don't even know multivariable calculus.
Just trying to cheer you up.
Commander, you got a minute to talk? I got some thoughts on this situation with the refugees. The number of folks seeking refuge from the war is, well, it's beyond what I expected. And beyond what the Order is capable of handling, seems like. Antes may not be faring much better here, but we could at least find enough work for these folk to buy some food. You sure? The Order seems a whole lot more concerned with dazzling the populace with numbers than anything else. It's a tough situation, that's all I'm saying. But if the Order can't even manage tens of folk at their doorstep, they ain't gonna manage much better should they win the war. But nothing's ever really free, is it? I went through this myself when Anti's Choice took over Tau Ceti. It took time to secure the merger, but once they did, we folk got the help we needed real quick. And all they wanted in return was the signing of an employment contract. Now, I ain't seeing any contracts in Matriarch's Mercy, So what is the Order actually gaining by doing this? They'd have to be evil to even think of them as such. And they'd have to be stupid to think that's a line nobody would cross. The Order doesn't strike me as either. Anyhow, if the Order is in fact helping these folk with no hidden aims, then, well, I'll be the first to admit that there might just be merit in what they're selling. Appreciate you hearing me out.
What is it? I have 15 seconds of allotted time for non-specific discourse, so choose your words with expediency. Oh, don't tell me. You're here on behalf of the voice of the displaced, aren't you? Oh, May, is it? You're on a first-name basis already? This is about the exclusion zone, correct? Fair enough. The exclusion zone is a mere corner of Matriarch's mercy, and rightfully off-limits. You see, the Seer predicted that a calamity would befall the exclusion zone, warning that the barrier must not be crossed. But the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway, laughing in the face of certain peril. We don't know, and therein lies the frustration. The Seer has augured death for anyone who enters the exclusion zone. Yes, you heard me right. Death. Furthermore, and I quote, "An outside mediator, having earned the confidence of both sides, has a high likelihood of clearing up an ongoing dispute." And now the voice has involved you. How auspicious. Perhaps you are the outside mediator who was foretold. I have some custom-made Order armor I never use. I can also allocate some funds from my budget. At least, I can provide that if you side our way. That's more than the voice can offer. So, do we have a deal? The first step is to familiarize yourself with every angle of the dispute. Talk to the people of Matriarch's mercy. The displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept off limits. We can't both be right. With your seasoned perspective, perhaps the voice of the displaced will learn to listen. Any questions before you get started? I can tell you she's a rabble-rouser of the highest order. Still, she cleaves to her principles. That's something. You can find her outside, among her people, stubbornly defying an Order barricade. But you already knew that. Novice Seer Vicarage should have ample time to illuminate you on the Order's forecast modeling methods. He's just down the room from here. According to predictions, yes. Or at least, my interpretation of them. I am reasonably certain. More than usual, in fact. Many people around camp support or object to our methods. Speak to them, form your own opinion, and when you are ready, we will decide the fate of the exclusion zone.
$1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 99.81% occupied, coordinating provisions and supplies for the displaced. I have 0 allotted time for random queries, at present or in the foreseeable future. But very well. As the assigned provisioner, I am responsible for coordinating the requisition and distribution of comestibles, medicinals, and miscellaneous vital supplies. The overwhelming majority of my time is dedicated to this, leaving only moments to see to the Order's needs in the settlement. But it is an effort I undertake with great relish. You may not have noticed, but the refugees do not want for food or medicine. With the great disruption that has occurred to their lives, one could hardly blame them. That they are fed and remain healthy is sufficient for me. The Order of the Ascendant is dedicated to the ascension of humanity. Our ultimate goal may not be reached in our lifetime. If I can help others in need today, I shall do so to the utmost extent of my abilities and resources. Appreciate you respecting my time.
By the law, it's you. Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help. As a doctor, I'm appalled. We don't have enough beds or private quarters to separate people, so sickness is blazing an unhappy trail through the refugees. Of course, the Order keeps us well supplied with meds, but things will get worse as long as we're overcrowded. Yes, I can treat sickness as it arises. It would be leagues better to prevent it entirely. That means space to spread out. Since you asked, you can run this medicine to Horst Lambing. Just don't shake the man's hand. He has a habit of coughing into his palm when he covers it at all. You see, the Seers are members of the Order who labor over the universal equation. Even in its unfinished state, the equation gives them the means to predict the future. Recently, I had a rare opportunity to ask the Seer for guidance. He told me that a dashing outsider would answer my prayers. I feared the prediction was a fluke, but here you are, a dashing outsider standing before me. Strictly speaking, it isn't. Not yet. But the math is very, very, very good at predicting what is probably most likely extremely possible. In theory. Within a margin of error. Anyway, that is the Seer's business. My business is the health and welfare of this camp. Where to begin? There are so many sick and wounded in Matriarch's mercy, and I have but 2 imperfect hands. I am but a humble general practitioner. What I really need are specialists, and the Seer predicted an outsider would find them.
Might have time to patch up 1 or 2 patients before we head out. I used to be a combat medic. A good one, too.
You also strike me as someone on the go. I need committed medical employees, not a freelancer. The Seer gave me a datapad with explicit instructions that I not read it, for my intervention could only throw probability into disarray. Now, take the datapad. With my thanks. How can I be of service? Since you aren't a refugee, I hope you understand that I cannot offer my goods free of charge, but my prices are fair.
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm belief humanity can do better.
All evidence to the contrary.
Please, keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
I pleasantly anticipated this exact moment. My personalized order prediction and weekly prognostics report both mentioned encountering an unforeseen factor about now. I suppose that designation doesn't wholly apply to you, though, does it? Predicting future events is an imprecise science. Currently, that is. Well, then, I read that you'd have questions about our predictive methods, correct? We utilize a mix of proprietary research methods to gather as complete a data set as possible and advanced calculations using well-honed models to effectuate it. None of us predict events with complete accuracy or absolute detail. We'd need to solve the universal equation to do that. Fortunately, we're all working very hard on that problem. The Department of Predictive Analysis provide weekly prognostics reports and personalized order predictions to help steer our followers' paths. The Department of Predictive Analysis is mainly populated by seers like myself, who represent the Order's most talented mathematicians. After years of study, some can predict events a few seconds or minutes into the future with reasonable precision. Others can estimate with up to 71.1% accuracy several months out. Of course, predictions have grown more difficult with the loss of the archive, but I am not to speak of that with an outsider. No offense. Unforeseen factors, random elements, anomalous outliers, incalculable variables, all of them can undercut the accuracy of our predictions. But as we close in on solving the universal equation, unknown unknowns will become known unknowns. Then finally, known knowns. You follow? True, my situation does lack a certain refinement. Regrettably, this is Matriarch's mercy. We all must do the best we can with limited means. Matriarch's mercy is brimming beyond capacity with those cast out by war. But we of the Order rise to every challenge and continually strive to better our guests' existence. Why I, for instance, have availed my predictive methods to our refugee neighbors in the area. I share the very same surprise. Engagement is admittedly rather low, but at least one member of the camp reports he has benefited from them greatly. One of our recent guests, Rollo Nast, has received multiple personalized order predictions. I believe he could speak to the effectiveness of our ways firsthand. If my own humble assertions are not enough, I trust his attestations would convince you, and perhaps other members of the displaced as well. I foresee you have much to do. I won't keep you. Adieu.
Probability distributions. By necessity, we are forced to estimate outcomes based on assumed distributions of sample populations. Such a travesty. No, not a travesty. Tragedy. A horror. A horror the archive will help us avoid. A bit of data collected, analyzed, and input by our archivists brings us closer to our goal, to the solving of the
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
I predict, with an 8.23 margin of error, that our situation will improve in time.
Stop it with the predictions. You don't even know multivariable calculus.
Just trying to cheer you up.
Oh, a visitor. Without notice. Hello. You weren't mentioned in my latest personalized order prediction. Granted, I mostly skim the parts what don't cover probabilistic dangers, so perhaps you were alluded to in some, roundabout fashion. Suppose that means you're not a threat. So that's good, right? Yeah, I reckon that's good. I'll say, I try not to make any big plans until I consult my latest POP. First time I got a POP, it was on a lark. It said, Rollo Nast, our seer has predicted you must wear a helmet today. I borrowed one, as a laugh. Everybody ribbed me about it. Just after lunch, wind picked up on the cliff above and dropped a mock apple 152 meters straight down onto my head. Fortunately, I still had that brain case on. If you want an exact estimate or percentage, talk to them. As for me, I just got that, anecdotal feedback. A few times, I couldn't make heads or tail of half of it. Like, avoid anything representing whole numbers? I didn't know what to do about that. So I just stayed put. End of the day, I'm still here, and my co-occupant Ike isn't. So I guess them prognostications work well enough. Sure, but I've had 9 POPs so far, and at least 3 times something similar happened. Avoided drowning in a culvert, sidestepped my mantisaur allergy. Forget the other. Things like that just illustrate the fragile nature of human existence, especially here in Golden Ridge. My co-occupant Ike had a POP done and told him avoid liquids for 48 hours. He ignored it. Later got drunk, passed out, drowned face first in a puddle of water. You did catch the part I said they'd save my life, right? I think alive is a notable improvement on dead. That's something you can take to the bank, you know? Figuratively speaking. I don't know why the other displaced have been so slow to take to them. But I'm not complaining too loud. Waited for my latest POPs long enough already.
What happened to this place? Law. Matriarch's mercy is no safer than the trenches.
Look on the bright side. I predict that the worst is behind us.
Since the schism, the Protectorate have rewritten history to exclude our teachings. Apologies, outsider. As a vicar, I am usually tasked with guiding non-order lay people, such as yourself. Lately, the abbot has tasked me with the education of the refugees in our care. You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path lies elsewhere. Frivolous jocularity is one of a vicar's key methods for establishing rapport with lay people. If we gab a bit, I might restock my arsenal for witty rejoinders and quips. Oh, yes. Though I must admit, some looked quite startled when I spoke on our schism with the Protectorate earlier. In retrospect, I may have started to yell in my enthusiasm. Suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, connect with non-scienticians. I've begun daily lectures, including practical advice on efficiently planning their days. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on our sex origins in the most rigorously pedantic detail. As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds, education has proven to have a 13.7% increase in overall quality of life. I am single-handedly making a difference here, with constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on order history, plus some mathematics for a little added razzle-dazzle. Never as many as I would like, perhaps, but my little congregation grows by the hour. Eventually, my unsophisticated layperson friend, the knowledge just seeps right in. Give it a few years and they'll even be asking questions.
My soup is nutritionally calculated to sustain all bodily functions, but it could use a little salt.
Shame what happened there. I seen the whole thing. Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. I swear, refugee settlements aren't what they used to be. Oh yeah, Duarte. He's former aunties like me. He was underneath for a few hours. Or, no, that was before. This time it was Rollo Nast? No. Gert Valkenburg. Happens a lot. People here need more room to breathe. Can't build in the walkways, can't set up in the exclusion zone. So they build up. Best they can, at least. Don't have proper building material or nothing. They just make do. After a while, the stacked up little huts they jury-rigged come tumbling down. Oh, you put that together, did you? Here, I thought I was being subtle. Yeah, people keep at it. What else choice they have? Order won't listen. Maybe if we interspersed our requests with numbers, they'd pay attention. Seems like all they care about sometimes. They're doing something, which is better than nothing, but not by much.
People's lives with peak efficiency, from cradle to grave. Join the Order of the Ascendant and experience the beauty and elegance of the well-formulated plan. You'll never forget your first higher order.
Keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders and the Order defecting, there's no putting this sprat back into the can.
Cloister is looking pretty good right about now.
A wasteland devoid of life? No, Arcadia is doomed. Plain and simple.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders and the Order defecting, there's no putting this sprat back into the can.
Cloister is looking pretty good right about now.
A wasteland devoid of life? No, Arcadia is doomed. Plain and simple.
Algorithmic dissonance? Don't even like the sound of it. How could something be incalculable? Why, the very idea is preposterous. And then we solve for the... apologies. Just catching up on a research assignment between queries. Yes? Did you need something? Oh, doesn't everyone have that memorized? It's 1.77245385. I see you were making a jest and/or attempt at conversation. Anything else? Given our present circumstances, most of my data revolves around existential threats vis-à-vis the displaced. According to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in key relevant quality of life factors: longevity, access to medicine, potable water. Life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, indeed. Numbers are really against you out there. By quite a healthy statistical margin, yes. We nurture the body while we minister to the mind. We organize, we adapt. We have diverted internal resources to better meet demand in key areas. And I'm pleased to say that's led to a statistically significant 2.7% increase in refugee satisfaction. Then back to it I shall get. Oh, try not to get too close. My sinuses are stuffed up, my ears are backed up, and my guts are gurgling. I could burst at any moment. Every fluid from every orifice. So keep your distance. Oh, you want me to keep sickness to myself? Is that it? Well, I refuse to give in to shame and fear. I've gotten sick at least a dozen times since we set up camp. Why, last week alone, I caught hack lung, sprat tongue, skinny teeth, and a rare case of mortified skull emergence. Figured I might as well get used to being sick. So I'm practicing for my next disease. It's gonna be a nasty one. I think it's downright awful what's happened to these fine folks. But me especially. Sickness, malnutrition, spontaneous genetic disorders, it never ends. Law, finally. Real relief for my fake symptoms. Let's see it then. Now that you mention it, you do seem to be of a genuine sickly disposition. Here, buy your own medicine. This one's mine. Besides, I'm guessing you need something stronger for whatever it is you've got. You have my gratitude, stranger. You too. Trust me, you don't want to catch this. Neither do I, for that matter.
I'm not with Auntie anymore. We all had reasons to leave.
Really? What was yours?
Honestly, I don't think it matters anymore. All that matters is we're alive.
Broke my nose last scrap. Or, I guess Raleigh Dortmunder did, huh? I still don't get any of this. Ah, I banged him up real good for you, didn't I? I won you one, right? Matters settled. The void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago. You've been mostly unconscious a while now. You ought to talk to Boss Tilda. She's the brains in this... What does she call it? Oh, yeah. Quasi-illicit shenanigan. Doesn't like to look at us when we're all banged up. Said my face turned her off Borscht loaf. Anyhow, head down the hill along the fence. Tell her Mapother and Mudge sent you.
Keep your lamps lit. Wherever there's trouble, there's always opportunists willing to profit from it.
You strike me as the upstanding sort. You lost?
You got business? No? Move on. So's the place we used to stash the bodies of those too nosy to know better. You got me? You got business? No? Move on. You the fixer lent your aid to Agent Galloway? Don't suppose you got that crawling hibiscus she promised to sneak me, huh? Forget it. You can come in.
Hello, hello. You're the one that aided us in availing Sub Rosa of a rather large shipment of Spectrum vodka, yes? Agent Galloway is slightly less trustful than most feral canids, so winning her over speaks volumes of your character. Consequently, I'm pleased to present you purchase access to my fine wares. It's fortunate you're no stranger to contraband. It's superb cover and a consistent market. Refugees are in need of all sorts of supplies that the Order cannot provide, and Sub Rosa delivers, at only a reasonable markup. Myself, I enjoy the thrills of the environ. Will the Order attempt to drive me out? Will Matriarch's mercy be shelled? Shall I run out of new cereals? Oh, thrilling! Why, I thank you. Takes a unique sort to appreciate the finer points of illegal smuggling. We stand that we'd like to make a good ton of bits on the war, and maybe expand our reach in the process. Beyond that, I'm not supposed to comment. But Sub Rosa consists primarily of ex-Anti's Choice and ex-Protectorate personnel. We've still got folks we care about out there. Complicates some of our feelings on the fighting. But if the fighting stops, our income begins to go dry. Idle browsers will be escorted from the premises.
Greetings. What can I help you with? Let me guess. One of your co-occupants is always hanging up his or her britches in your corner of the yurt. Am I right? Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate or that's my air you're breathing sort of thing. Pray elucidate the exact nature of your tiff of contention. Oh, really? Like they strung a few words together in a row and it all made sense? That's a marked improvement on earlier. Guessing they left out a bunch, though. Here, in Matriarch's Mercy, if you're not a member of the Order, you're probably living close to somebody else. In some cases, sleeping on top of them. Sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Would lead to fights, but nobody here wants trouble with the Order. So they hire our hooligans to battle by proxy. Half the time, people shy away at the first sight of blood. The other, that's what they're there for. We say whoever wins the fight wins the argument. But frankly, it's never anything of consequence, like, okay, hurrah! This guy gets back his mangy button. Now, how can I help you exactly? Ugh, a tourist. Well, clear out then, huh? Can't have you scaring off real customers. I got a bunch of yeggs, 2 pugilized pugilists, and a sick canid to feed.
Look, your nose was just a stand-in for Duarte's nose. Don't feel like no stand-in.
What happened to this place? Law. Matriarch's Mercy is no safer than the trenches.
Look on the bright side. I predict that the worst is behind us.
Please keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
Oh.
Administrant Agrawal. Here to finally hash this out, are you? Thought this day would never come.
Yes, well, our esteemed outsider here has agreed to thoroughly appraise our situation, in the hope that we may finally close the book on the exclusion zone once and for all.
They say you asked around. Listen to folks. That's a good start, at least.
The seer predicted imminent danger to the exclusion zone. In the interest of safety, the displaced must leave.
Well, the displaced are the ones taking that risk, on the grounds the predictions can be false.
The displaced are under the Order's care, and the Order should decide what is best for them. Hence why we need the help of an outsider. Mediator, I leave the fate of the exclusion zone in your capable hands. Speak on, then.
Did he also happen to mention they were needlessly oblique and vague?
But our predictions are given to inform and protect, not to frighten. Forgive me. I do not mean to disrupt.
You mean that missionary type who's always talking at everybody instead of to them?
Mathematics is the hidden language of the universe which unites us all. The closer we come to understanding it, the closer we come to true understanding.
I haven't heard that much sugarcoating outside of an Auntie's suppository ad. But fine. Whatever you say. You actually got the provisioner to give you the time of day. Huh.
Ah, yes. I sometimes forget Provisioner Plotnik is also assigned to minding the displaced's needs. Her role is largely proactive, while mine is reactive.
I'm appreciative of you all getting us food and medicine, but she needs backup.
I suppose I'll take it under advisement.
I'm all ears, Mediator.
The what now?
When grievances between the displaced approach fisticuffs, we hire Sub Rosa hooligans to duke things out for us.
That is unquantifiably absurd, and I don't see how moving into the exclusion zone will help. Unproductive is one thing. Paid Donnybrooks with surrogate fighters is... well, I'm at a loss for an applicative metaphor to describe it. I understand he is rather short-handed.
Yeah. Someone should get right on that, huh? Anyhow, what was the good doctor's diagnosis?
Do you find this concession acceptable?
I'm not convinced. Resources are one thing. We still need the exclusion zone.
Collapsed. But we built Matriarch's Mercy to optimize comfort and safety.
I'm guessing you're saying this wasn't an official structure. More of a hastily assembled, precariously built shanty. People are struggling to make do with what they have. If we had the exclusion zone, this wouldn't be a problem.
I'm aghast these structures weren't built following established order construction guidelines. By my calculations, you've explored this topic from every conceivable angle. Admirable work, Mediator. What is your decision?
Shit. Very well, Administrant. You win. I'll honor the terms of the mediation. Let's hope your math was right.
Have faith. Or, if not faith, reason. We can still work together to improve conditions around Matriarch's Mercy. Your reward, Mediator, with my thanks. I now consider the matter decisively closed. Yes, I tell you, I, for one, will rest easier with the exclusion zone emptied.
I have a lot of people living awfully close right now. Tell you this, you better be right.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp?
Welcome.
Another colony?
Have you come to bask in the Order's knowledge?
Margin of error that our situation will improve in time.
Law. I haven't seen this many folks crammed together since recalled libations night at the thruster.
Just trying to cheer you up.
Smells about the same, too.
How do you do, stranger? Always nice to see a friendly face around Matriarch's Mercy. Though it's a pity I can't lend more aid to our downtrodden collective. I'm just a humble taxidermist. More than whoever butchered your friend, do you need any touch-ups on that appendage?
Not unless you think a pair of glass eyes and glued-on antlers will help. Sorry.
But something tells me you didn't come to talk shop. What's this about, Agent? Am I in trouble? What? Me? No. Listen, friend. A little skill with needle and thread does not make me a qualified medical professional.
Look, this place ain't exactly crawling with experts, and Doc needs all the help he can get. Even if all you do is suture wounds, your services will be invaluable.
Have it your way, then. I know when I'm being voluntold. But you better make it worth my while. Before I agree to anything, I need sprat corpses. Several. And no victims of violence, please. My art depends on the quality of the sleeve. I used to source all of my sprats from a local trapper, Frankie Billings. No idea if she's still in business. Word has it she's out north in Auntie's Choice territory, so watch yourself. Fresh being the operative word. My thanks, stranger.
Arcadia shall ever return to how it was.
I wish. Between the invaders, the order defecting, there's no putting this sprat back into the camp.
Oyster is looking pretty good right about now.
Wasteland devoid of life.
Things take time, Commander. Not getting up without help, Commander.
Reps tingling. All charged up.
back.
Liquidate us!
Give the order and I'll take care of it.
Troublemaker approaching.
Ref's raring to go.
Ready to waste. We're here.
I'm seeing unfriendly.
Recharging as fast as I can, Commander. The Gravel Claw's angry. Vitals looking a mite marginal, Commander.
Not getting up without help, Commander. Let's get him over with. Sorry. How are you still upright over there? Hey, recharge! Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Not quite charged yet. Rat's tingling. All charged up. Miss me. You get the claw. Pop in my claw.
Knew you had my back.
Something's afoot. Better keep my lamps open.
Aggressors in range.
Anybody got the time? The Adrena time? Time? Time!
Is it time for Adrena time yet? Because yes, it is.
Armed and ready.
All right, who's shit in my pants? Not funny, Carl.
Liquidate 'em!
Grass itchy. Aggressor's near.
Hostiles!
You're set up for the copy. You got everything you need?
Almost. Ever thought about bringing an Auntie's Choice vending machine on board? I ain't all that agreeable if I'm without my snacks.
I've got to introduce you to this novel appliance, name of a refrigerator. You can store and draw from it without ever paying a bit.
Everyone knows a morsel tastes that much sweeter if you gotta pay a premium for it.
Damn this dust! Stay back! Oh, wait. You aren't one of those damn scrappers. Apologies, stranger. These eyes don't see as well as they used to. Perhaps it was fate you met me here. A capable sort like you is akin to an oasis in a hellish wasteland. So might you be willing to help an old, injured man with a simple task? They are a lawless band of troublemakers. Raiding, thieving, loitering. Normally they're a disorganized bunch. But these have made that mansion on the cliff their new home. It was a beautiful estate before the war. I'd be shocked if it's not damn near destroyed or riddled with traps by now. Hence why I need help with this task. I was injured attempting to scale that cliff face to the estate. Wouldn't do to have a fresh wound out in the open, where anything might happen upon me. So I hunkered down here. See, I came here to salvage my, memoir manuscripts. I left some files behind when I fled the estate after the war broke out. Tragic, yes, but what else was an old man to do? If you're keen to help, one file's in a locker in the tram station. The other's in the mansion, in the late vigilance quarters. Simple to collect, once you get past the scrappers. Why? Because she was an avid reader, enamored with the tales of the brave and the brilliant. I was a close advisor, see? And once she learned of my writings, she couldn't resist taking an exclusive first look. Bless her. This is my handrail-holding arm, you impudent rascal! Besides, does it look like I could manage in a fight against those brutes? I need your help, I'm afraid. Oh, bless your kindly nature. Do return promptly should you happen upon those, scribblings of mine.
Walk back. Best get Adrena time for it.
Got my lamps on a hostile.
All right, who's shitting my pants?
Crap out of them!
got company, Commander.
Error. Navigation systems offline. Unable to locate designated path.
Looks like we're in for a hike.
You could sell everything here and still not have enough to buy a can of Borstwurst. Almost feel bad for him.
Troublemaker approaching.
Diagnostic mode disabled. Re-engaging security protocol. Complete. Control for hostile elements.
Try.
One thing about that piece looks different from the others. If it's an original, we ought to take it with us. You know, for safekeeping.
Yes, it is!
Got my left on an unfriendly.
Not giving up. No adrenatime, no nothing. I can't do without my adrenatime.
Sure, it's pretty now, but have we considered what it might look like on fire?
window.
We've got
Don't like
company,
it.
Commander. The unfriendly
These strangers. Should rip them out, shatter them, transfer them with ourselves.
Yes, yes! Grab an order glass scrawler next outing. They'll display us in the standing before we cut them up. Somebody there? Huh, so much for that.
Ready to Troublemaker approaching!
Flashing before my eyes, Commander! Revive me!
Captain ready! Mess with me, you get the claw! Mix me up! I do it for you! Explosion for you! Scrap, you sell your part, get a green time, get happy. Perfect instant plan. I smell the green time. Just give me the time. Find them. Gotta be close. Guess we screw them all.
Teach you how to fight.
No sign of them. Watch out for skulkers. Ha! No more skulker.
Got a distraction for you.
Looks like the match is back up for grabs. Here's to the next residents being above the government.
There is a strange sort of humor in the onset of the first war in Arcadia's history, within a few days of my being assigned here. As far from Protectorate society as possible, Golden Ridge suffers under an invading force, and moreover, it appears that our Order colleagues have betrayed us. At first, I lamented my isolation, but I've realized I was where I needed to be of service. The scores of abandoned subjects need a leader. I have enlisted the staff at these estates to help accept the first influx of still loyal Protectorate refugees. More shall come. I shall lead them out of the shadows and into the light. For the good of the Protectorate. This is my calling.
troublemakers.
All right, who's shit in my pants? That's funny, Carl.
Troublemaker approaching.
Is it time for Adrena time yet? Because yes, it is.
Still a bit sleepy. Always crabby.
Loading so I can unload.
Underground and such.
Ain't recharged. Ready to waste them. Or you're the one you need to worry about. Over here. Free hole in the head.
Rough customers about.
You're right, right. Sorry, ain't ready yet.
Are leaking outside. You course low, Commander. Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander. guns cocked and loaded. Just get the signal.
I was just thinking, you know what would make this climb better? Being shot at.
All subjects deserve hydration without contamination. Moderation anti-morbidic soda packs a manganese zinc and unbeatable beetroot flavor. The soda that drinks like a soup. Available in pulp or extra.
Such perfect products, the envy of our rivals. But let's not gloat. Long ago, the matriarch devised the formula.
Silly old fool, coming here without aid. Be lucky to leave here alive. Ah, you've returned in one piece. Did you perchance acquire those, precious items we spoke about? Oh, don't you worry about that. Come now, hand them over. Ah, yes. Beautiful, beautiful. My handlers will be mighty pleased with these indeed. You're acquainted with us then, and you still hadn't managed to connect the proverbial dots. Ha! That there is proof. I've still got it. Old Spider is mighty good at keeping secrets. All I can divulge is that valuable data like this here always paves the way to lucrative business ventures. I did, and why not? You think I'd use my given name in the midst of a highly sensitive mission? Ha! You'd find yourself an alias too if you knew what was what. Anyhow, here's your payment for a job well done. And since you're apparently known to others in Sub Rosa, I suppose I can add a bit of knowledge on top. Been watching the scrappers for a while. They stick to raids, nothing big or risky. All the same, they caught the attention of a sentinel. Imagine they were being brought to heel. Sentinels work in secret, but someone somewhere gave the scrappers word that he was coming and bringing trouble with him. They killed him upon his arrival, of course. The Protectorate'll do anything to bring defectors to heel. They're getting desperate. Lucky for this lot, someone has a vested interest in preserving their freedom.
Sorry. Got some kind of tickle in my chest.
Are you all right, Anatoly? You look a little pale. Wait right here and I'll find you an expectorant.
No. No. We lose our spot in line, we ain't gonna have anywhere to go. I ain't going back to corpse disposal. No. We have to stay here. I'll be fine. Got a bad feel about this line, hon. Don't like being so exposed. Hell of a thing coming all this way just to catch a bullet on the camp's doorstep.
You worry too much, my dear. Even the Protectorate isn't much in the business of murdering refugees. And there aren't many Protectorate nearby. I'm sure the Order will aid us.
Maybe. Even if that's all true, camp's still gonna need a place for us to go.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders, the Order defecting, there's no putting this sprat back.
Friends, neighbors, while you shelter in Matriarch's mercy, heed the teachings of the Order.
Arcadia is doomed.
The grand plan is the predetermined order to the entire universe. We can predict it down to a decimal point.
Greetings. This unit is unable to fulfill its programming. Are you able to assist this unit in its assigned duties? This unit is unable to execute its programming due to tampering. Navigational and other systems have been compromised. This unit is now being used as a target, which is not among its designated functions. This unit must return to Matriarch's mercy to dispense medical care in order to fulfill its programming. This unit is not programmed to respond to order prognostication. It is not a medical specialist. It is a specialized tool of medicine. Searching for last known location of charging pad. Success. 1 entry found. Processing optimal path toward Matriarch's mercy. Return sequence will be initiated once path is determined. Clarification of purpose confirmed. This unit will arrive at its destination with 0.02% higher efficiency. Thank you, qualified engineer.
take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Got my left on an up front.
Freelancer, please report to your assigned area and do not interrupt current operations.
I've repaired this area to the best of my ability. The other tasks are far more bothersome. Perhaps I should just start again. Surely I can prepare it better.
That Manosaur was at least 4 meters tall. Now probably closer to 6. Probably the biggest Manosaur there ever was.
I just can't. Where I now?
Move on, Freelancer. I've been tasked with only treating enlisted personnel.
I should do a study on how alcohol affects the temporal.
This is the last bastion of control before no man's land. Everyone is on edge since that last attack. Honestly, the quiet has made reading far more enjoyable and increased the speed of my literary consumption by 14%.
Has most of them. Go on, ask a vicar. A listener asks...
I was unaware our situation had become dire enough to warrant the employment of mercenaries. This is mildly distressing. Perhaps I should peruse Malkin's Immutable Mathematics again. I've only read it 4 times.
Leading, of course, to the production of an undetermined
Now that is what I call a stubborn clog in the old pipes. You're gonna have to hold it in, friend. Privy's out of order. Never fear. I'll get that clog moving soon enough. They don't call me the pipe doctor for nothing. Shucks. Why, if I hadn't just been wrist deep in sewer water, I'd shake your hand. The notion of a pipe doctor stems from the belief and understanding that plumbing and the human body are fundamentally very similar. Of course. I wouldn't make such a claim if I couldn't back it up. It's like I've always said, a doctor is a biological plumber, exploring the unknown and unseen depths of the human body. And what is the human body but one long, wet, interconnected pipe? Take it from the pipe doctor. We're all just tubes down to the core. You mean you want the pipe doctor to practice real medicine? On real people? Why, this is the greatest day of my life. The human gut is the most compact and efficient sewer system ever. A plumber's dream. My dream. But don't get me wrong, it would be an honor. I'm just not sure that I'm ready for that kind of challenge. By gum, you're all right. Very well. Sometimes it takes a plumber to do a doctor's job. If Matriarch's Mercy cries out in need, then the pipe doctor will answer. See you there, friend.
I do not believe you have clearance to be here.
What is with the anomalous behavior?
I hope you aren't being transferred here, unless you enjoy the fine art of inventorying the entirety of this supply depot. This situation is untenable. We aren't prepared to fight mantisaurs, or deal with this magnitude of enemy incursion should they attack again. Architect, guide us.
If you're here to help, then you should be aware that we've all been placed on standby after that last attack.
Broadcasting cognitive resonance across Arcadia. This is grand.
Halt! Access to that area of this trench line has been restricted to authorized personnel only. It isn't safe, given the rift activity.
Attention, freelancer, you are currently heading into no man's land. We strongly recommend you return.
Look alive, Commander.
Let me know when you needed a stretch. Dumbass! You lot could hit the wrong side of a freighter! I'll take care of him for a minute.
Gravel Claw's angry. Misses me, you get the claw.
Troublemaker approaching.
Time to earn my commission. Not quite charged yet.
Hey, got a distraction for you. You lot couldn't hit the broad side of a freighter. On your command.
Back in business.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just give the signal.
Liquidate 'em.
Get me back up!
Gas still recharging! Popping my claw! Don't always crabby!
Knew you had my back. Things take time, Commander.
This thing's got a mean streak. Mess with me, we hit the claw. Recharging as fast as it can, Commander.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when. Can't have our fearless leader firing on empty. Let's get the crap.
Truthfully, I'm not too shocked we got bombed. Betwixt stomping around on Order territory, the scrappers, and the mad cultists, it was bound to happen.
I'm the one firing the launcher. Best job ever once you get accustomed to the sound. Basically free hazard pay, too.
Dang, that was void damn impressive. Thanks for clearing them out.
Feel like a rube believing all the aetherwave chatter about how quick, easy, and profitable this would be. I'm all tuckered out. Thought I was safe after avoiding that blast, but it seems to have attracted rogue mantisaurs. It never ends. Wish I hadn't lost my lucky bit.
You lost, stranger? I don't see a lot of new faces in these parts. What are you? Order? Protectorate? Anti? Yeah, no, really. Just wanted to get a feel for who I'm talking to and what flavor of unhinged you might be. Me? I'm a sprat trapper. Cute little things, but their tallow and hides fetch a high price. Used to be Protectorate, then worked for the Order, then Anti. Whoever's calling the shots on a given day. Now, I'm just waiting for the dust to settle so I can find out who I work for tomorrow. That's the idea. Maybe a little bit of Auntie's consumerism rubbed off on me. Or maybe I'm just a pragmatist. Anyway, you need anything only a humble sprat trapper can provide, you come and find me. Slower than I'd like, but it's not the first time I've had to tighten the old belt. Things will pick up once the war is over. Unless a rift devours the colony. When that happens, sprats and bits will be the least of my troubles. Gregory? Well, I'm glad to hear he's still kicking. Loyal customer. Very particular about his sprats. These being hard times, I've had to raise my prices. Gal's gotta eat, and I don't care for sprat meat. No, that was me. I was enjoying a bottle a little too much and spilled it. Not to worry, I cleaned off the sprats. Hypothetically, if you happen to be weighed down by a bottle of prestige brandy, I'd be more than happy to take it off your hands. Aren't you resourceful? Take all the sprats you need. Next stop, inebriation station. Population, me. Pleasure doing business. Hey now, that's mine! Excuse me?
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Any luck with the sprat hunt? Decent quality, all things considered. Frankie's work is second to none. You can tell the good doctor I'll be around shortly, armed with needle and thread, calipers, and my finest jar of glass eyes. No, thank you. It's always a pleasure to bring passion to one's work, even when that passion is a tad morbid. Be seeing ya, Agent.
Every scientician yearns to visit the archive on Cloister. One day, it will process all of our equations.
When I asked the seer for medical specialists, a plumber was not what I had in mind. Trust in the Order to think outside of the box. Take this. On behalf of the Order and the displaced, I thank you. Now, will there be anything else? Thanks to you, our automechanical doctor has been dispensing medication and setting broken limbs with tireless efficiency. Here, you've earned it. Now, will there be anything else? From a medical standpoint, the taxidermist doctor was an unconventional choice. But I can't deny the results. A little token of my appreciation for a job well done. Now, will there be anything else? How can I be of service? I can tend to your injuries, provided you have the bits to compensate me for my time and skill. We're short on everything, I'm afraid, including generosity. Many thanks. Now, hold still. You might experience some momentary discomfort. Right as rain. Now, will there be anything else?